Ozzy is known as the Prince of Darkness and the Godfather of Metal. Along with his friends, the members of the first metal band Black Sabbath, he inspired literally hundreds of bands. And though it would be an exaggeration to say he created metal, after all, there were three other members of the band, it wouldn't be an incorrect statement either. This is a testament to one of the most influential singers who ever lived, John Michael Osbourne, aka Ozzy. To say he had a rough life is a big understatement. As a kid growing up, he suffered from dyslexia and bipolar disorder, and he was sexually abused by school bullies. He attempted suicide as a teenager. Luckily, he found music through the Beatles, just like thousands of others did, and he helped found the first metal band Black Sabbath. His high-pitched helium shriek was unlike anything ever heard before, but unfortunately he fell to drugs. He either quit or was fired for his drug use. Whatever the case, the drugs got out of control, and it looked like Ozzy would be just another rock star drug casualty. It's really saying something when the other members of the band say you take too much drugs, since every member was basically a walking pharmacy themselves. Ozzy was devastated, and his surprisingly tender song Goodbye to Romance was written about his sadness and feeling left out. Everyone assumed he was just a washed-up drug addict, but he met the light and love of his life, Sharon. It's not an exaggeration to say she was the June Carter of metal, as well as the woman who saved his life. No matter what Ozzy put her through, she never gave up on him, and she kept him sane throughout his troubled life. I only wish I could find a woman like her someday. With her as his manager, he made his first solo album, Blizzard of Oz, and to me, it's his best work without Sabbath. It turned out Ozzy could actually write songs, which Geezer usually handled in Sabbath. But his great genius was his pick of his session guitarist, Randy Rhodes. He was one of the first true metal guitar gods. Not only could he shred and solo like a demon, but he was also classically trained, which added a new dimension to the music. He played much faster than Tony did in Sabbath. With him, Ozzy put out two awesome albums, and his greatest song, Crazy Train. But sadly, there was a freak accident. The pilot of one of the band's planes was acting stupid, and he flew too close to the tour bus, hitting it and killing Randy. Ozzy was devastated. He wasn't just the man's guitar player, they had become inseparable friends. And I think it's no coincidence that Ozzy spun out of control in his grief, and became an even worse drug addict as well. And he also did some really stupid antics during this period. Among other things, he bit the head off a bat and a dove. He got rabies from the bat. He also took a whiz on the Alamo and snorted ants. Most of these antics were done while he was intoxicated. Things hit an all-time low when he was intoxicated, and he said to Sharon, "We've decided you have to die," and he nearly choked her to death. When he finally came to, he didn't remember anything that happened, but it was a wake-up call, and he finally got sober after finding out. He almost killed the light of his life. He then regrouped with another cool guitarist named Zakk Wylde, and he released his comeback album, No More Tears, which was more somber and serious than his previous work. It was his way of saying, "I learned my lesson and I'm going to do the right thing now." The song Mama, I'm Coming Home is about these themes. After that, he became a family man. He starred in a reality show, started a neat festival called Ozfest that gave a voice to up-and-coming artists, and he even reunited with Black Sabbath for one more album. The so-called Satanist was said to say a prayer before every show. He died peacefully, surrounded by the family he loved.